Hear me out. Are you a tailor? Are you a fashion designer and you make shirts, or you want to be very professional in your shirt making skills? Now I want you to make sure you watch this particular video from the beginning to the end, because in this particular video we are going to be exposing so many secrets on shirt making. Now in today's video, what we are going to be dealing with is about the shirt button spacing. Now what do I mean by shirt button spacing? You guys know that when you finish making a shirt, you now end up to finish it whereby putting your button. Now a lot of us use like 3 inches as button spacing. Some of us use 4 inches as button spacing. Some of us use 2 inches as his button spacing. Some of us use 3.5 as a button spacing. Some of us are not sure about this spacing. Now in this particular video, I'm going to be telling us the best button spacing which you are going to use. And I'm also going to be letting you know the button spacing which you are going to be using for a male shirt, the button spacing which you are going to be using for a female shirt, the button spacing which you are going to be using even for a kid. That is what we are going to be doing in this particular video. Now I want you to make sure you watch this. So this is our shirt sample, as you can see right now. Do you understand? So remember, we are talking about the distance between 2 buttons. Yes, which one are you going to be using? Remember, when you finish making your shirt, you take it to where they will do buttonhole for you, and they ask you to mark the distance between the 2 buttons. Do you understand? Sometimes we mark it 3 inches, 4 inches, 3.5 or whatsoever. So I'm going to be explaining what you have to use, whether you are making a male shirt or a female shirt or even a kid shirt. Okay, for those of us that still don't understand what I mean, look at what I mean. The distance between this particular button and this particular button, do you understand? Whatever you use is going to actually be the same thing between all the buttons. Do you understand? This is what we are talking about. Now I want you guys to see this that is written here. This is what I'm going to be using to explain it. Now in general we use 4 inches. Now I'm going to be explaining why we use 4 inches. In most cases, we use 4 inches as the distance between 2 buttons whenever you are making a shirt, and the reason is because if you are making a very free shirt, you guys know mostly all these shirts that we make that are very free, I mean very free on the body. Do you understand? You can go ahead and use 4 inches gap for the buttons. Do you understand? Now another reason why we have to use 4 inches gap for our shirt is when you are making a male shirt. And we all know that the reason is because a male shirt is always very free on the body. Do you understand? So that is when we use. So the standard for a male shirt, I mean the gap of the buttons is actually 4 inches. The reason is because the shirt is mostly free. But if you're a male, you are making a shirt, you don't want it to be free, you want it to be close to the body, just know that it's not going to be 4 inches. The reason why we are using 4 inches is because the shirt must be free. Okay, so now in order for you to use 3.5, sometimes we end up using 3.5. Why do we use 3.5 inches as the gap, as the button spacing? Now we use it for a regular shirt. Now in a situation whereby you are making a regular shirt, a shirt that is not too fitted on the body, it is not too free on the body, you can go ahead and use 3.5 inches. Do you understand? Now this 3.5 inches can be used for both the male and a female shirt. Do you guys understand? Yes, it can be used for unisex. Remember I said initially the 4 inches can be used specifically for male. Why? Because the shirt is always very free. Why this 3.5 can be used for male and a female? Just a regular, whereby you are making a shirt that is not too free, it is not too fitted on the body, go ahead and use 3.5. Okay, so now we have 3 inches. This particular 3 inches is when you are making a shirt that is very close to the body. In most cases, this particular 3 inches spacing is mainly for female. Let's say example, now you are making a female shirt and that female shirt is close to the body in a way, you can go ahead and make sure the gap between your buttons is what? 3 inches. Do you understand? So when we are making a male shirt that is usually free, is actually 4 inches. When we are making a female shirt that is, just okay, you use 3 inches. Okay, so now some of us will be asking, when are we going to be using all these 2.5 inches? Now for you to use 2.5 inches is especially when that particular shirt is very tight on the body. Have you ever made a shirt, you notice that between your 2 buttons it is opening and sometimes your bust or your breast is showing? Now in order to avoid that, make sure you reduce the gap between the 2 buttons. You can go ahead and use 2.5 inches or 2 inches. Are you seeing it? 2 inches is for very fitted. It is only when it is fitted Now let me give you an example. Now if you make a fitted shirt and go ahead and use 4 inches to you're a female, you use 4 inches for the button spacing, please, the truth there is that your breast is going to show, especially that your breast region or your stomach is going to show. Do you understand? So in order to avoid that, you can use 2.5 inches. But if it is very, very tight, that your breast will show very, very well, now go ahead and use 2 inches. Thanks and may God bless you. In case you want to learn how to cut very well, you are looking for a book that will teach you how to cut very well, please, I want you to know that we have a book that can do that, the perfect dress cutting guide. I've been talking to us about this particular book. It's actually going to help you. All you have to do is to make sure you click on the purchase link. That is the first link on my bio. If you're on TikTok, if you're on YouTube, make sure you click below this particular video, or you see it somewhere else on the comment section. Thanks and may God bless you. The moment you get this book, make sure you DM us. We are going to add you to our Telegram group. Thanks and God bless you. Bye for now.